What if I told you guys I made what I believe is the best 6'11" stretch big? A big man with no weaknesses. A big man that can shoot from anywhere on the court, can dominate in the paint and in the ISO game whenever you're playing 5 out. An elite rim protector and rebounder. And is just as fast enough to keep up with all the bigs 6'11" and up and 6'11" below in this game. That's right. I believe I just created the GOAT. But without further ado, let's not waste some more time. Let's get into the build. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Great Moose. Welcome back to the channel. I got another banger for you. In this video, I'm going to give you guys my 6'11" stretch big in NBA2K26. And man, this is the most well-rounded big I have made almost all year round. Without further ado, man, make sure you like to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the build video. And let's get right into it, man. So first things first, we're going to go with the physicals. Position is going to be center. We're going to be 6'11", 255 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. And the reason why we decided to go minimum wingspan is for the 93-pointer. But also, we're not looking to really do contact dunks. But although, if you see in the clip, we did catch a contact dunk with just an 80 driving dunk. So it's rare, but you can still catch bodies with this build. But nonetheless, man, I went with the minimum wingspan for that 93 ball, as I mentioned. And I went with a 255 weight, particularly for the defensive rebound, to get it to a 92. That way we can at least get rebound chaser on goal before we can max +1 or 2 that badge. Now, if you want the contact dunks, you can still get it with this height and wingspan. You just have to lower the weight, because the driver dunk maxes to 86 with this weight. However, by lowering the weight, you will lose out on the defensive rebound. So do with that information as you see fit and make the build based on your playstyle and template. So with the finishing, we're going to have a 75 close shot, which is going to give a paint prodigy on bronze. You're going to have a 70 driving layup. It's going to give you physical finisher on bronze. 80 driving dunk to get you all the good big man dunk packages, the cradle off ones, quick drops off ones. Tie that with the 90 standing dunk with rise up on gold. You're going to get the Wembanyama dunk packages, Kevin Garnett, Amari Stoudemire, you name it. And, you know, you got a little bit of post control now. You got a 70 post control, not too shabby. You can still get the job done if you know what you're doing. And once you see the cap breaker screen, you can actually max this out to a 79, which is perfect considering we're going to use cap breakers on a mid-range. So you will have a post-fade freedom at Hall of Fame if you decide to go that route. So that's the finishing, man. Real solid, real all around when it comes to the finishing for this big. Next, for the best part, and the reason why you guys are here watching the video, the shooting. 79 mid-range, 62 three-pointer, 90 free throw. You're going to cap break your three-pointer to a 90 with 5 cap breakers, and then you're going to also cap break your mid-range from a 79 to a 93. Now, if you're someone that only has 5 cap breakers, I would suggest leaving the mid-range as is, because you can hit with a 79, to be honest. So if you have 5 cap breakers, I would suggest just throwing it all on your three-pointer to get that 93-pointer so you can get deep bomber as well. That is a game changer, especially being 6'11". And the 90 free throws really just because I play a lot of 5v5 modes, and if my guard don't have high free throw and we need to get free throws to ice the game, I want to be the guy they can rely on. So that's why I did that. You don't have to have that high of a free throw. It's preference. Next, playmaking. Went with an 82 pass accuracy to get gold dimer, 75 ball handle, 55 speed with ball. The 55 speed ball is going to get you Giannis's dribble style. 75 is the max. It's going to get you Julius Randle's breakdown combos. You're going to get handles for days as well. And then the 82 pass act is going to get cap broken with 2 cap breakers, which is going to give you an 86. And I will use another cap breaker next season on my pass accuracy with this build so I can get to an 88. That way I could get break starter on gold, and I can max +1 or 2 that badge as well. Now, is it needed? Not necessarily, but for me and my play styles are big, I like to throw outlets. So the higher the pass, the better. Now, this build could ISO, as you see in the clips. 5 out, especially if you get someone that's smaller than you know how to dribble with that 55 speed with ball, you're going to get buckets, because once you get that crab, it's easy money. So If you need more speed with ball and feel like 55 is not enough for you, you can lower the weight, as I mentioned earlier. Try to get that 68 threshold so you get lightning launch on bronze, and that way you can max plus 1 or 2 that badge to either silver or gold. Now, moving on to the defense. 82 interior, going to get you post lockdown on silver just because you do go against those cheesy inside bigs. You can hold your own. 71 perimeter to get you challenger on bronze, so that way you can actually play hedge on pick and roll and slow down these smaller guards when they try to shoot over the screen. 61 still for interceptor on bronze, which is really good on the big, really good sweet spot. And you can max plus 1 or 2 this badge to either silver or gold. Helps you play the pass lanes and the pick and roll as well. And you have the 88 block, which is going to give you high flying denier on gold with paint patrol on silver. And I feel like this is a good sweet spot or threshold, especially for a stretch big that's 6'11", to have. Pair that up with the 83 vertical, which we're going to talk about in just a moment with our physicals. You're going to be able to contest really well on the perimeter and protect the rim. So, like I said, you're going to be elite in the finishing department, elite shooting, great ISO player, and you're going to be elite rim protector. But it gets better, because with the rebounding, you're going to be elite rebounder as well with an 85 offensive rebound tied up to a 91 defensive rebound, which you're going to use a cap breaker here as well to get it to a 92. So now you have rebound chaser on gold, and that could get max plus 1 or 2, which I would suggest max plus 2 in it to legend, pairing that up with box out beast and max plus 1 and box out beast to Hall of Fame. And now for the physicals. 64 speed, 60 agility, 79 strength, 83 vertical. You're going to have just enough strength to compete down low against those bigs. 60 agility, so you can move really well for a big, going laterally left to right. And you're going to cap break your speed from a 64 to a 70, which now allows you to get the Chet Holmgren motion style, which I believe is one of the best, if not the best, motion style for bigs. However, if you don't have enough cap breakers, I will suggest not touching speed, leaving it at 64, and try to use Jalen Smith's motion style or Nikola Jokic, which I believe is around that threshold as well. But if not, I'm pretty sure Bobo is another good one that you can use that fits around the 64 to 60 speed and agility threshold as well. So, if you have 5 cap breakers, again, I suggest just throwing them all on your three-pointer to get that to a 90. If you have 6 cap breakers, I would suggest all 5 on three-pointer, put 1 on speed to at least get to 67, because speed kills in this game. The faster you are, the better you're going to be at tracking down the rebounds and chase downs. If you don't care and you think you can move around with a 64 speed, then use that extra cap breaker on either pass, or I would suggest defensive rebound to get it to a 92. Now, the 79 strength looks random, I know, because you don't really get nothing with a 79. However, I put it 79 strength because if I decide to leave my pass at an 86 next season, I will throw it on strength to get it to an 80. That way I could get the crasher takeover ability, which you need an 80 strength and an 85 offensive and defensive rebound, I believe. And that takeover pretty much helps you get elite swim moves around bigs, helps you rebound better, and you get some crazy screen animations. So that's why I went with 79 strength. You don't have to do that. The sweet spot to me is either 72 or 83. A lot of meta pro am bigs are going 91, which is fine too. But the save attribute points, I think 72 is the best spot, or 79 if you care about getting that 80 threshold to get the crasher takeover ability. And then the 83 vertical is going to get you pogo stick, I believe, on gold or Hall of Fame. And it's going to help with rebounds, it's going to help with block animations and contest. So that is the build. The face creation you see in the video will be linked. I use a lot of different content creators' face creations throughout this video and throughout this build getting into a 99. So shout out to you guys. The video for their videos will be linked in this channel. And that's going to be it for the build. That's going to be it for me talking. If you made this far, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the build and what other videos you'd like to see on the channel. And I got another special stretch big coming out right after this, so stay tuned to that. And more importantly, this is the part of the video where you're going to see my animations, my badge layout, and of course my takeovers. So this is going to be enough of me talking. It's your boy Grade A Musa. Stay sharp, stay elite, and of course, stay Grade A. Peace.